All right, boys and girls, I'm on a vlog of a photographer named Karl Mathias. He's also a member of Ratfo Trio. He's introduced his film developer that he developed himself, and it's called PC-512 Borax. Let's have a look at it together, why not? So it says smooth tonality, reasonable grain, and only 4 ingredients. What is it? The developer is just 4 ingredients: phenidone, ascorbic acid, propylene glycol, and borax. I have phenidone. I have ascorbic acid. I think I have propylene glycol. And I know I have borax. Okay, and using it, you simply mix 1 to 50 developing agent solution to borax. Recommended times. Okay, so there's all of his recommended times. Then he talks about what it looks like. He says reasonably contrasted developer with short development time, smooth grain, smoother than I would expect for a sulfate-free developer. And then there's some sample shots. I imagine that was quite contrasted. It seemed to handle it quite well. So this is the Delta 100. I wonder what EI he shot this at. Neighborhood, won't you be mine, Mrs. Claus? Hey guys, so I warmed up the propylene glycol, about 80 mils in here, and it's currently sitting at 87 Celsius. So I've pre-measured out all the ingredients. That is the borax 21.7, that's for part B, and here's my ascorbic acid, 12 grams, and my phenidone, or phenidone, however you pronounce it, at 5 grams. So first in is going to be the ascorbic acid. Now, one thing when you're warming up this stuff, it's quite volatile, and it heats up really fast. In other words, a small amount, 80 mils. So this I did in 10-second increments. Yeah, it's just under 80. We'll go with that. Okay, so first in is the ascorbic acid. So I'll put that in and stir slowly. Pour it in slowly and stir vigorously. And I guess if this cools down too much, I've got to warm it up again. I can do that or run up to upstairs and warm it up again. It's a bit of a pain in the bum. I don't have any room for a microwave in here. I'd have to reheat this. Yep, I'm going to run upstairs and reheat it. I had to keep microwaving it in like 10-second increments. I finally got it in. So now I'm going to put in the phenidone, or phenidone, however you pronounce it. And I mean, if the ascorbic acid was that hard to get in, how hard is this stuff going to be? He wasn't kidding when he said, put in a tiny bit, mix it in till it dissolves. Just keep doing that. Don't dump it all in. Well, the phenidone went in, or phenidone, however you pronounce it. It's in, I think. Hold on, I'm gonna wear my respirator. steam coming off of this is like, I don't like the smell of it. It's probably not good to breathe in, so I got my fan going and I'm wearing my respirator. Now I top it to 100 with more propylene glycol. Right there. Next. Alright, that is part A. Now I need to mix up part B, and I'm just going to set that off to the side. Okay, here's my 800 mils of distilled water. And in with the borax. And I've worked with this before, so should go in no problem, even at room temperature. Mix that up. Right, and one horse opens. Oh, we're on. Yes, of course we're on. What a wonderful morning. Foggy, cold, but not too cold. I have my toque on, so I feel nice and warm. Anyways, I'm all set up, and I actually took some pictures. I took 4, and what I plan on doing is developing a couple in PC-512 Borax and also in Xtol 1:1. I'm going to compare them. Fog's lifted. I'm starting to see some blue. That's okay. Well, if the sun sort of pokes out, I do have 2 more sheets, so I might shoot a couple more. So I'll tell you about my setup. Took my shadow reading off that little black, dark square there, and I placed that on zone 3, and the snow is about zone 6.5, and the sky, which was whiter at that time, starting to get a little bluish, was zone 8. That's a normal subject brightness range, so I can develop for my normal time in Xtol 1:1, which is 8 minutes and 15 seconds at 20 degrees Celsius, but I don't know a time for the PC-512 Borax, so I'm gonna sort of guess. That's why I shot 2, so I can develop them. If I overdevelop or underdevelop the first sheet, then I can make adjustments. So let's go into the ground glass. You get a better idea what I'm looking at. Okay, so as you can see, framing is tight on both sides. You can see just a little bit below the tree and plenty of sky. And you can see the sun starting to come out. So I think I might shoot a couple with the sun. And I better record everything before I forget. So the date is December 4, 2022, number 3 and number 4. Okay, that's my notes, my black book and my pen. Put that away. All right, that's it. I'm all done. That's 6 sheets of film that I will develop at some point today. Let's see if this 512, no, what is it called? PC-512 Borax is any good compared to Xtol. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Take care. I have the Xtol 1:1 already all mixed up, so I'm gonna pour that into the tube. Now I still need to mix up the PC PC-512 Borax. Now I've got 100 mils of part B, which is the borax, and I'm going to put in 2 mils of part A, so 1 to 50. So if my math is correct, 2 times 50 is 100 mils. So we'll use my syringe. Okay, 2 mils. Inject that into the borax solution. Perfect. 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, so I'm gonna develop 2 sheets. One in Xtol 1-to-1 and the other one in this stuff, the PC-512 Borax. Okay, so into the tube cap it goes. This one is the Xtol 1-to-1. This one will be the PC. In case you're not familiar with these are BTZS tubes that accept 4x5 sheet film, so I'll be slipping them in here and then putting them on the caps and developing. I better turn the light off to do that, so excuse me. Okay, the film is in the tubes. This is the Xtol 1-to-1 and this is the PC-512 Borax. I'm doing my normal time of 8 minutes 15 seconds, and I'm going to do this one for 7. It's a guess. So this one's going to come out first. In the stop bath, and I'm going to go in the fix now. This one is the PC-512. Look at that. Can you guys see that? Put some more light on it. Put that in the fixer. And now we'll put the Xtol 1-to-1 in. I think the PC-512 looks denser than the Xtol 1-1. This is the pink one. Is the PC-512, and it's very pink on the film base. And the Xtol one is clear. Interesting. This one might have to spend a little bit more time in the fixer. It's definitely a lot denser, right? I mean, you can see the Xtol one, the tree, quite clearly. And over here, you can't. Pretty dense, so I'll develop that other sheet again for less. A lot of that pink is coming out now. It's not as pink. Alright, as you saw, the one negative that was developed in the PC-512 was pretty dense. I'm going to go ahead and develop another sheet in the PC-512, but I'm going to dilute the developer more. Instead of 1 to 50, I'm doing 1 to 100. I'll develop for the same amount of time, 7 minutes, and we'll see what happens. Come back in 7 minutes. We're done. We're going to stop. Now we're going to go into the fix, and let's see how this looks. I don't think it's as dense, but it's still a little bit denser than the Xtol. Still quite pinky.